the Jim and Terry Show, coming to you from the Hobbit Hole Studio in Bob Cajun, and with me in the studio today is as always, still remains my good friend, Jim.
In spite of our gigantic differences, but...
Yes, for those of our studio audience, in our audience, who do not know who we share this. Passion.
Yes.
Passion for coffee.
Yes.
Passion for food.
Yeah, I like food.
We like being retired.
I love that.
We've never met a microphone that we don't like.
Yes, so we talk a lot.
But Jim tends to see life from a conservative point of view, and I tend to be more left of center. Jim tends to see life from a conservative fiscal point of view, and I tend to be more liberal in my economic viewpoint. And
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
And in faith, Jim remains ensconced. Steadfast is a good word, in his faith, whereas I have moved on to, I don't know if the pastures are greener on the other side of faith, but not particularly accepting what I used to call traditional faith expressions. And so I would claim to be agnostic on a good liberal day, but if I was pressed and had enough buttons pushed, I would probably go full atheist on Jim. So there we go. That's who we are. But what are we doing here in the Hobbit Hole? What's got your crank? What have you heard, to use our Jim and Terry
show? It's so
show?
funny because here I am talking to an atheist about things that bug me about
spiritual
things.
The irony is rich.
Just Pam
Paula
White. That drove me right around the bend because
spiritual advisor.
Yeah, because if you bring your Easter offering into the house of the Lord, her house, where she will
worship house,
she will receive the money, you'll get these spiritual blessings. Now, what I don't like about bringing your Passover offering into the house, because the Passover offering is Jesus Christ. He's the one who died for our sins.
That's within your Christian framework.
That's why we don't. Don't even have to explain that.
No. So
all right. Christian framework. I believe in Jesus Christ, the Son of God. That's what I believe.
According to what you understand from biblical teachings, she is preaching an abomination.
Yeah, I think so. And now people are all going, you're judging. I guess I am. Because we're allowed to judge all things. I would say
we're discerning.
And when people start saying stuff like, you're going to get your 7 blessings, you're relying on God through $1,000 donation in this particular case. Send your $1,000. And one of the testimonies was an unemployed guy that somehow mustered up $1,000 and believes his blessings are going to come. And so we know that thousands of people put money up and blessings don't come because, number one, you can't buy God. So, if you're going to give, you're supposed to give out of the generosity of your heart and give that way. Not to have someone buy their second jet, or I have no idea what kind of lifestyle she has, but maybe after this we could just look, and I think you'd be blown away. Well, I doubt it's a 750 square foot bungalow. I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
So it gets me
really a couple of things. One is the predatory nature of preying off that's P-R-E-Y, preying off the poor, which is what these scams are all about, and it goes on to Trump's Easter egg sponsorship.
She is the WhiteHouse
spiritual advisor. Yeah.
All right, great. So it's funny how it's fitting right into the whole Trump family now having a Bitcoin coming out just when the government miraculously is trying to switch over the monetary system over from gold to Bitcoins. Just happened to be that way.
Fort Knox, are you listening?
Yeah. And so all they're doing is making money from gold running shoes to Bitcoin, and now. Here's the. Why do you think this is the spiritual leader in the White House? Because she's not going to say to him, the love of money is the root of all evil. She's not going to say you can't serve God and money. She's not going to say that to him because, quite frankly, they believe you can serve money and God. You can do both. And so that's up to the Lord to deal with that, but I don't have to like it. And I've heard evangelists like this, these prosperity evangelists, go as far as to say to retired people, I know you've got money. I know you're saving it for something.
I know you've got your old age security and you've got your pension. So don't hold back on God.
And so you need to free that up now. Oh, the Lord's telling me, give me that $1,000. And at the same time, some of these people that are preaching this, who are going to take that inheritance away from whoever may need it, or the medical work that might need to be done with that money, because in the United States, they don't have our financial
they don't have free
liberation from medical situations. So we don't know where that money's going to come from, and they couldn't care less. The same guy that would talk that way would have, again, 3 jets, live in a 500,000 square foot home. Just ridiculous wealth. And quite frankly, I'm just not impressed with that. If it's all going into ministry, that's another story. But their idea of ministry, let's just take that one ministry. He can't sit with the common person because they'll be bugging him for prayer. What? I mean, if you're that spiritual, buddy, and your prayer's that powerful, maybe you should spend that hour trip praying for the people on the plane. If not, disguise yourself, whatever. You don't need 3 planes to get you where you're going. I think he went to Tahoe 12 times.
Or
something like that, like someplace like that. I mean, you're getting the money and spending it on you. And you got this wonderful ministry going on, but do we have any records of anything being done?
All right, so generally speaking, prosperity preachers bug you. They get under your craw. In this case, we're talking specifically of Paula White, and we can put a link in the description. And I forget who the toothy gentleman is with the 3 jets. If you have his name, you can drop it. We'll find it out by the end and drop a link in the description. So that's the one thing is prosperity preachers.
He's the one guy that looks like he's possessed.
Yes, he does.
Quite frankly.
The Paula White scam, 7 things that you can get. We did pull up something on that and found out that she's offering 7 things for $1,000 you can get. And the title of this is Prosperity and Long Life if you send her $1,000. But if you send her more than $1,000, you can get, in addition, and I think you showed me a picture of all the things on her mantle. You can get some stuff from the Holy Land. What could you get?
two cups that are right from the Holy Land. Now, maybe they were shipped from Israel via China. I don't know. They look like cheap,
I can't find
cheap
the
little
picture.
Cups to me.
Yeah.
Offering cups. A 9-inch silver cross. I bet you that thing's made of quality plastic.
And an album.
Yeah, an album probably of her husband singing. And on it goes.
And on it goes.
And I'm just not into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If comments come back, great. Convince me differently on that such thing. I told you before, your brother knows someone who sold his house and moved to Africa and had an orphanage going on. Yeah. Now there's a Christian, man.
That's putting your money where your belief
faith is. Yeah, where your belief is.
So let's link all this together with Trump's latest fundraising scheme. It's his latest Ponzi scheme. The WhiteHouse traditional egg hunt has now got corporate sponsors. And you can buy in at this level, that level, and the top level. I don't know how much they're looking for. But I can imagine the corporations lining up to get sponsorship of an event, whether it's an egg toss or egg hunt, or you get to have your logo on the Easter Bunny.
Well, not only that, souvenirs.
Souvenirs.
They're selling souvenirs.
Branded souvenirs? Would they be the Trump family's souvenirs?
Well, probably, yeah. they got souvenirs. We know Trump's doing that. He's doing it all the time. He's putting you can get your Trump Bible.
Yes.
You can get all of that stuff. So we know he's doing that. He's making gazillions off being the president.
Which you are not supposed to do. You are not supposed to fundraise off the office of the presidency. No. That is a violation of the U.S. Constitution. Is it a crime? I hope so. It's about time somebody prosecuted that guy.
Yes.
The Jim and Terry Show. Easter eggs are us. Branded, not so much. Although, maybe we could fundraise for $5 for an egg or something. We're signing out for now. Jim and Terry Show. Money is not an object. Yes,
Can't
it
buy
is.
an egg in the States for $5.
That's right. 1 egg. Bye-bye. That's right.